I seen Tim Bradley talk about the issues with Buzz inactivity. I had an issue with it at one point, but then I pretty much figured out. I never heard of a GMC terrain elevation. Was it elevation? Elevation, I guess. I never heard of that edition, but yeah, I did do the Crawford Canelo film breakdown. I actually did it Sunday. It'll be on the Patreon Monday evening. Like, I know people like, man, you should have been done it. It takes a time because I can't upload the film footage to YouTube. Because if you upload it to YouTube, they flag it and they block it. So I had to use something else. Vimeo is trash. So I had to find something else. So we're going to see if it works. I should have it completed by, it should be ready by Monday evening. So I had 2 weeks to look at it. Wasn't nothing too extensive, about 20 minutes. I think we both seen a lot of these guys. I think I seen what I need to see pretty quick in film, right? So where we at with it? But yeah, Crawford basically, somebody in the comment section said John Jones took 2 years to build his body up to go from light heavyweight to heavyweight in the UFC. Crawford took a year to build his body up, and that's why people was like, well, he looks so much bigger. I mean, that's what you do. You're already big in between fights. Most of these guys, they real big between fights. I believe the brother Mikey Garcia, I think I seen him weigh in at like 180. He was fighting at 140. After Crawford been in Dango, he was about 180 plus. Look at some of them pictures where he had the gold Versace shirt on. He was a little chunky. So at the end of the day, that's how you build it up. Roberto Duran was like real notorious for this. He would gain a lot of weight in between fights and strip it off. But still, you have that size. You have that size advantage. You know how people say, well, how did he lose the weight so quick and then get? I mean, he lost the weight, but now he fighting at 47, but he rehydrated to 160 or 168. And this is the rule of thumb that you hear. I remember the brother Daquan Wilshire was saying it. Listen to me right here. When you be like, well, I want to lose this in 90 days, or I want to lose this to look good for this trip. As fast as you lose it, it's as fast as you're going to gain it. That's what they tell you, don't lose too much weight in a short period of time. I guess unless you're competing, you know what I'm saying? But also that puts a lot of strain on the body. Fluctuating, major fluctuation. So that's all it is. But Duran would build that weight and strip it all the way down and still had a size advantage inside the ring come fight night. So, he's a lightweight. In reality, he's a full-fledged, welterweight. Somebody burnt toast. So Crawford pretty much took a year of building that body, probably running with that body, doing, chasing his kids with that body, doing promos with that body. That's what they did. We're going to put the weight on. We're going to put it on, and then we're going to strip it off. We're going to put it on, and then we're going to strip it off. So that's what you got to understand. So they got an idea calculated of how they going to do it. They probably been sparring bigger guys for quite some time. They probably strain. Look at the difference. I don't know how he going to look on the scales, to be honest. But look at the difference between him and Jermell Charlo. Charlo was bloated. And that's how you look when you first move up in weight until you figure it out. He just threw the weight on. You know what I'm saying? And you look at Crawford, he's shredded. He's shredded. You know what I'm saying? So they worked on this. He built his physical strength up. You know what I'm saying? They probably, had him sparring with bigger guys. Practice them leaning on him, hitting on his arms. And it's different with them sparring gloves on too, but just to get the physical feel and the pressure of bigger guys. So yeah, he built that. I'm telling you, that's what he did. He built that body up. They got it. They got into the gym. You know what I'm saying? And then he, with that weight vest is just mimicking them that fourth quarter. That fourth quarter in the boxing is 9, 10, 11, 12 championship rounds. So they practice moving with it. They practice maintaining the speed with it. And they probably lifted fairly heavy for him. But then, for the most part, they probably went right into the boxing gym and start striking again and start punching and moving again, so the muscle don't affect it. It's like LeVar Ball said, where you shoot, they say you can't lift weights and shoot and mess up your shot. He said, no, if you lift and then you go immediately shoot, you keep that form. You go lift and then you keep shooting, that muscle won't affect you. Same thing in boxing. You lift heavy, then you go in the gym and you get your punches off. You know what I'm saying? You'll keep that muscle memory. So they've been training for this. It ain't been like he's been sitting on his ass. Outside of the injury, they've been training. They've been prepping for this. They've been prepping for this. They've been working on how they can beat them and how them. The speed and the speed is going to be the speed and conditioning. It's probably going to be his biggest adversary. Speed and conditioning, but kind of what I seen on film is Canelo is lazy. He real lazy these days. Real lazy. He really not following up. He really lazy. He don't jab. He just stalking people down looking for one big shot. Versus Plant, he was a little bit more active, threw a lot more punches. But I really think the difference between Bivol and Skull and Plant is Bivol held his ground. He kept the fight in the middle of the ring. Skull and Plant faded to the ropes. And really, to be honest with you, Plant, if Plant knew how to squat down a little bit and knew how to, punch and dig and make himself a smaller target, he had the right idea. But he just, he was there for that uppercut. But Bud been building that body up. They've been working on maintaining speed, maintaining power. They know how it's going. Honestly, only they know how it's going. So it's gonna be interesting 2 weeks out, but they ain't been sitting on their ass. They ain't been sitting on their hands. I think this was a calculated plan by them. I believe this was a calculated plan by them. They're gonna take this year, build that body up, get the conditioning going. I think that was the thing for him, man. So it'll be a calculated. I think the strength conditioning coach, Victor Conti, the carbs, the proteins, and all the stuff that he need. But yeah, if he's strong and conditioned and got the speed, he gonna be a tough out. And as he say, if he is the bigger, stronger guy, we'll see. If you got to give it to him. He go up there and he's the bigger, stronger guy. Shout out to Dog. But it's gonna be interesting. But yeah, I think it's smart. Obviously you can move up and weight, and you can just, spar some lower level guys and, see how I feel. But then again, you might take some unnecessary damage. You know what I'm saying? You may take some unnecessary damage. So I just think they rather had took that unnecessary damage in the gym. I think they rather took that unnecessary damage in the gym. So, uh, so I look forward to it. But Tim Bradley White, they ain't been sitting on their hands. This is a calculated jump, and you know, and they ain't got a lot of room for miscalculations. So I ain't got a lot of rooms for miscalculations neither. But you know, it is what it is. Let me know what you girls and guys think. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. And subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance. Get notifications. We go live with our video. Follow me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Appreciate the love and support. Peace.